Kids, how are you doing? It's been a while since I've done a video, and I'm going to talk about the paranormal. For those of you that are just tuning in, I became aware of my sensitive abilities about the age of 9, and I started developing them then. Um, I've had lots of experience with the paranormal, pretty much my whole life, and including some physical attacks. On two different occasions at professional ghost hunts, um, I got attacked from behind the knee, which caused me to fall twice in two different states, totally different groups, two totally different scenarios. But both times I had an entity push the back of my knee and make it collapse. And obviously I collapsed. Um, Now, I have a question because I watch paranormal shows sometimes, and people often talk about or share their stories with getting attacked in bed, both men and women getting attacked in bed. And it made me think with humans, you have a dominant hand or a dominant leg and a dominant hand. For example, I'm right handed and left legged. My right hand is my dominant hand, and my left leg is my dominant leg. When people cross over to become ghosts, do they keep that dominance when they're attacking? In other words, I've never heard anybody ever discuss this. Like the fighting of the ghost was stronger from the right than the left or left than the right. Um, do they keep that same aspect? Because they keep a lot of aspects of their life when they become ghosts, at least from my experience. Do they keep dominance? Dominant hand, dominant leg? Because if they're going to fight you in bed, for example, and try to hold you down, and you're fighting back, it's it's should be obvious that if you're fighting as hard as you can, you're going to feel one side stronger than the other. It should be. Now, I've never heard anyone that's ever had the experience though talk about it. Like I I broke them because I put applied more pressure on the non-dominant hand or the non-dominant leg, and I broke the hold. Never heard that being said. So my question is for anybody out there that is a sensitive or a psychic or anything that wants to talk to a ghost or get in a fight with a ghost or anything like that, or any other entity for that matter. It doesn't have to be necessarily a ghost. Do these other non-human things have a dominant hand or dominant leg, or is that just a human condition? And if it's a human condition, does it translate over into the death state? I don't see why it wouldn't. Makes sense to me. If you're because you're not really transforming. If you're going to be a ghost, you're pretty much staying as you are, as much as possible, obviously, because you're dead. But it doesn't shouldn't change your life and your body all that much. Especially if you're going to be a full apparition. If you're strong enough to be a full apparition, it should come with all the strengths and weaknesses that you had in life. At least that's my feeling. Share your experiences or share your thoughts on this subject because it's never discussed. It's just never discussed. I have been involved with paranormal since I was 9 years old, and I'm 54, and I've never once heard it discussed ever. So if we're going to be, we've been investigating ghosts now for a very long time. And we've had all these television shows on for a very long time. Some have even come and gone. That ran for years, like a decade. So at some point we have to up the game and not just hunt out the spooks, but start getting some determinative information out of them. Somebody has to start doing the science, the research, to see what the death state transforms and what it doesn't. I mean, we have to up our game. We can't just still be playing jacks. At some point, we need to play chess. And it seems like we're stuck at jacks. Just saying. That's my question to the universe today. If you have any thoughts about it, please let me know. Or if you've done any research or you have a personal experience, definitely let me know. I'd be interested to hear. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.